Yo, testing 1 2, testing 1 2.
Let's go.
Greg Street in the building. I'm riding with my homie Big Sale. FHO Radio, the podcast with the FHO NIC. Big Sale, Lil Debo, aka the Brown Eminem. Coast to coast. On the mics. Fast Harleys only. Get with it. We are live in the building. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might not clap for me, but they will. We are live in the building, man. I got tonight, we do a race talk with my man, Black. And again, first off, I want to thank you for coming. Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? Thank you for coming. Thank you for showing up. Yeah. So, one of the things I want to say right off the rip is that when it comes to this Harley racing for me, a lot of shit is different for me because I'm just a fan. So I'm not a person that's heavily invested into the actual winning part of it, you know. So, I mean, I spend my money, I'm heavily invested money-wise. But as far as I gotta win a race, and if I lose, it's bad or good, I'm not that invested. And so what I do is I find myself getting in trouble a lot based on, I'm saying, you know, we're having less and less races now. So I brought you on today to talk about, number one, what is going on in the race set? Why are we at that disadvantage that we're at as far as less and less races? And what really is, where are we in this thing?
I think that we're having less and less races because, one, guys are getting faster. Everybody getting faster, man. Everybody getting faster, and, you know, some people better than
They say
some
can't hear you.
people.
Hold on. They say y'all can't hear me? Hold on. Can you, let me see. Hold on. No, that's it. Say something, Black.
Say something, Black.
Can y'all hear me? Can't. They said they can't hear, but I'm hearing the feedback on the. Y'all want it louder? Is that what you're saying? Louder? You want us to talk up louder, maybe? Hold on, let me do this. I got something.
Trail, what they do. Trail, what's that?
1 2 1 2. How's that? Is that better, you guys? Is that better? Black needs to talk up. Is that better?
I need to talk up?
Yeah.
I will.
You need to talk up.
Okay.
They say, okay, so Black needs to talk up. Is that, oh, that's better. So what I did was I turned the studio volume down and turned the mics up.
Okay.
So Black needs to talk up. Is that, oh, that's better. Okay. So what I did was I turned. All right, so let's go. All right, so now. So the question was, where are we? First off, let's describe what this shit is all about. What really is this shit is all about? Can it be a friendly competition, or is it really more so a man's pride on the line?
Both.
Both.
You got different, people race for different reasons.
Okay.
Some dudes race for money. Some dudes race for bragging rights. Some dudes just want to race their homeboy. Some dudes do bracket racing. Some dudes grudge. Some dudes race at the track only. So everybody got different reasons as to why they want to race their hog. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. Everybody got different reasons. Some guys come out there to the race road and they'll race for free. Some guys come out to the race road, they'll race for some chicken wings. Some guys come out to the race road, they want to race for 500. You know what I'm saying? I've seen guys come out to the race road that want to race for 5,000.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So, so we're kind of getting ahead of ourselves. Okay. First off, so what we're talking about here, ladies and gentlemen, is the phenomenon of bagger racing. It has become one of the biggest and baddest events, the hottest things. Everybody loved to see it. A lot of people are getting into it. When we first started this thing a couple of years ago, it wasn't that many of us really doing it. It was more spectators than it is participants. Yeah. But we had more races. We had less racers with more races. Now we got more racers with less races. So first off, let's say this: is bagger racing real now?
It's real. I think it's been real. It's just evolving. It's like any other sports, like the dunk racing, or any other street race. It's evolving because a bunch of people are getting into it. Everybody want to be fast. Some people want to be neighborhood fast just so they can beat their homeboy. Some niggas want to be Atlanta ATL fast just to say they fast in the city. Some niggas want to take it global and say, I got the fastest bike in the street in the country. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how it is, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like any other drag racing sport. It's evolving, but it's getting there, bro. For real. Right now you got to think about it. You know, this year alone here in Atlanta, we've had about 6 or 8 races.
Okay.
You know, we've had a bunch of races. You got guys coming in from out of town and all that. You know what I'm saying? To race. So it's evolving, bro. It's big. I would like to see where it's big all over.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So here in Atlanta, we kicked it off. We've been doing our thing. Where are we at now with it?
And the winter, the off season, the off season.
The off season right now.
Yeah, we're in off season because it's about to be cold. So everybody, most people, they say Black need a mic on him. I got a mic on me, y'all.
He not talking loud enough, y'all. Let me see something. Hold on, let's reposition your mic.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me reposition.
Don't be grabbing my titties, nigga.
Trust me, it would take a whole lot to grab that motherfucking titty. That motherfucker need a goddamn, what you call it?
Black mic too low. He needs to speak into his mic.
So Black mic is
check
too
1
low?
2. Mic check 1 2 3 4 5.
Is that better?
Y'all, they want you hugging the mic. Hello?
Black mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2 3 4 5.
Is that better?
I guess. Is that better, y'all? Kurt, is that better?
Black talking, but we can't hear him. They said I'm talking, but they can't hear me. What they say?
I'm asking, is that better? Sounds a lot better. Okay. Thank you, William.
He said a little better.
A little better. Hold on. Nah, he's still up. They want you hollering. I guess they. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm just putting it in his mouth. Fuck it. I'm just.
I ain't gonna put it in my mouth. No homo.
Hold on. Let me do something. Hold on. Say something, Black.
Something black.
So I got you now on. Say something, Black.
Say something black.
1 2. That should be better. It couldn't get no better than that, y'all. We all the way up. So, yeah, that's gonna have to be it.
Is it where we sitting or?
No, it ain't where it can't be. None of that. I mean, listen. They can hear you too, though.
Okay.
This is live.
Okay. They say that's better. I'm looking at it right now. Yep, he said that's better. Great.
All right, so we better. We good. We good.
It's them iPhone.
Talking about that was cool. Yeah, that's better. Okay, thank you, Kurt. So we left off at the State of the Union for Atlanta. Where we at in Atlanta with the bagger racing?
I think where we at right now with the bagger racing in Atlanta, I think, like, no shade, but like I think we at the top. It's gonna be a tie between us and LA. Them boys racing in LA. You know what I'm saying? But we racing in the city, man. We race all the time. You know what I'm saying? We got real fast shit. We got fast shit, mediocre fast shit, and we got some regular fast shit. You know what I'm saying?
So, but do you think that? So one of the problems I had trying to understand this race shit was that when people come from out of town,
okay,
when they come from out of town,
okay,
they at that time.
You talking about fans or racers?
No, when racers come from out of town, at that point, it's us against them. So it's a friendly camaraderie amongst us. Okay, was whatever you call friendly, but it's a camaraderie amongst us. But when they come from out of town, that's when all that shit ceases, and then it's us versus whoever is in town, right or wrong.
Right.
Okay, so I don't know. Explain how, if any, is there a pecking order or is there a so-called way to do it or not do it?
What do you mean?
Like, for example, if a person comes from out of town and they want to race us, and whatever they bring, do we have to race them, or we can
because first and foremost, if you bring your ass from, I don't know, if you come from Chicago, just if a group of niggas come from Chicago this weekend and say, man, let's go to Atlanta this weekend and rip shop. Well, you're taking a chance because you haven't talked to nobody or locked in no races. So if you come from Chicago this weekend and you get a race, okay, hallelujah. If you don't get a race, you can't be mad. Who can you be mad at? Because you didn't lock nothing in with nobody. You know what I'm saying?
So what's the lock in? Let's talk about that. What does that mean to lock something in?
Lock in means if it doesn't matter what state you stay in.
Okay.
Me and you both live in the city, right?
Okay.
Okay. If I call you, I say, Sel, let's shake something Sunday, and you say, okay, Black, how much? I say $1,000. You say, okay, I'll do that. You say quarter mile? I say, yeah. So you say, okay, well, let's lock it in. Lock it in means contract the race. Meaning like if we're gonna race for 1,000, maybe we'll send 200 of it to what they call a DP man. All right? We'll send, the DP man is a mutual dude that you and I both agree that if we get into an argument, that he has the final say.
Okay.
You feel me? That's the DP man. So you will send him. We will agree on the lockout. The lockout may be 200 on 1,000 and gamble.
Okay.
You follow me so far?
I got you.
So 200 on 1,000 and gamble. So that means that the bet gonna start at 1,000. Well, if you come out there with 16 niggas and they all want to bet $100 a piece, it's gonna start. It's gotta start at 1,000. It can go all the way up, but that's why you'll say.
So now this is the thing. Before you take a lockout, should you already know the bike? So should you already know the bike that you're racing?
You better know it. You better have done your
Okay,
homework.
so when you get to the track, I can't say, well, let me inspect the bike.
The street,
yeah, whatever. When you get to the street, I can't say, well, hold on, let me inspect the bike.
No, those are called STIPs, S-T-I-P. Those are your STIPs,
Okay.
stipulations. So, for example, if you and I are going to race and say, I don't know, say whoever, Trent going to be the DP man.
Okay.
So you're going to have your STIPs. I'm going to have my STIPs, right? So the STIPs have to be set in stone. So you may say, Black, you got to be stock wheelbase. Okay, Sel. You may say, okay, Black, no power adders. Okay, Sel. And then you say, those are the only STIPs I have. So Trent take that, and then I say, okay, Sel, you can't have no straps on your bike, and you can't have no nitrous on your bike, and you got to foot shift your bike. So Trent gonna take that. So you're gonna agree to my STIPs. I agree to your STIPs. Once we send that $200, it's locked. So if we come to the race road and we got something on the bike other than what the STIPs say, you lose your lockout. We can still race.
So, but what if I like you mentioned you're gonna have nitrous, but I
You
didn't.
can't have nitrous.
Okay, but I got turbo.
Okay, but remember in my STIP I say no power adders.
No power additives. Okay.
Right? You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So if you come out that motherfucker and you got a
Turbo.
you lose your lockout. You see what I'm saying? You lose it because what you locked in was no turbo. Well, I mean no power adders. So you're gonna lose your lockout. You see what I'm saying? So that's the purpose of a lockout is to secure the race because we both grown ass men. You got shit to do on Sunday or Saturday. I got shit to do on Sunday or Saturday. That lockout cuts the bullshit.
Yeah, so
because
I ain't gotta be wasting
on
my
your
time.
word, on your word, you can say, me and my old lady got something to do. And you got my black ass out there at the race road.
Yeah.
And then you call that Black, I can't do it. I'm like, Sel, I'm out here at the race road. Man, my wife did this, and this. I had to go.
Okay.
But that lockout will make you tell your lady, baby, that shit got to wait till tomorrow. I don't want to lose my money. You feel what I'm saying? The lockout make you get in gear.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So explain to everybody, man, the different categories. Because what you've been doing here in Atlanta is you've always been putting on a professional street race. And what made you want to do that and why?
Because I felt the need for it, I felt the need for racing, street racing. You know what I'm saying? Even though we know it's illegal, we try to do it in
As safe as possible.
as safe as possible, man. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's too many dudes in Atlanta, myself included, that we got pressure on our check. You ever seen a dog that's tied up in the house all day, and you let that motherfucker out, and you go outside 15 minutes later, you can't find him. He went running wild.
Yeah, you're in the neighborhood.
All that shit is backed up.
Yeah.
So in Atlanta, you got to understand something. We got winter months here. So when you go through these winter months, and the first hot day you get, everybody, no matter what kind of motorcycle you're on, no matter whether you're on a sport bike, a Harley, a dirt bike, four-wheeler, everybody want to get to the sport. Yeah. Everybody want to go outside and get it off. Yeah. Well, now with the Harley game, it has evolved. It's a few different classes when it comes to Harley, right? Okay. You got some niggas go buy their Harley just to get an outfit to match it. Okay. And go pull holes. I'm dead serious.
Yeah. You know my favorite saying that a lot of niggas would still be virgins.
Yeah.
If they didn't have a Harley.
Of course. Yeah. And then you got some dudes, I'm just keeping it real, y'all. Yeah. Some dudes will go get a Harley just to put a bunch of music on it. Yeah. That's another lane. Some dudes go get a Harley just to put the big wheel and make it a low rider. Mm-hmm. That's another lane. Some dudes get Harleys just to travel. They go state to state. Mm-hmm. Some dudes get Harleys to have fun, period. And some dudes get Harleys to race. Yeah. Some niggas get Harleys.
And some dudes get Harleys just to be in the conversation.
Just to be in the conversation, man. That's the same. Yeah. That's the same nigga that went and got his Harley.
Yeah, to match his
outfit.
Yeah.
He already had the outfit before he had the Harley. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's so you have a lot of that. I saw this and I got tired of a lot of niggas saying, well, my bike faster than that bike. That guy faster than that guy bike. Yeah. So let's bring this shit to the road. Let's get to the bottom of it all. Let's bring it to the road and let's just see. You know what I'm saying? Because you had this guy saying he was the fastest, that guy. Let's get them all on one road and let's just see who's the fastest.
So let me ask you this, man. You're a racer. You're born bred a racer. You race Banshees, right? Mm-hmm. That go extremely fast. So when you lose, is that devastating to you?
It depends on who I lose to. But it becomes a point where, you know what I'm saying? Like with me, it ain't so much so about the money right now in my life. It's more about who I race. You know what I'm saying? Like with my bike, I probably in the last 16 months, I think I raced 18 different people. I actually did a list, and I raced 18 different people. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So with me, it depends on who I lose to and how I lost. You understand what I'm saying? It's definitely like playing football. If you did your best, you did your best.
So is that the same in the Harley game?
It's the same. If you go out there and race your bike and you do everything you're supposed to do, but I beat you by 5 bikes, and you know what I'm saying? Like you did everything you're supposed to do. What can you do? What more can you do? Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you go out there and do everything you're supposed to do, and I beat you by a half a bike or a bike and a half, there are things you could do to recoup that. You know what I'm saying? But as long as you do what you're supposed to do, and it also depends on who you lose to.
So, because the problem I got is that I'm happy where I'm at. If you're bigger than me and faster than me, then that's just what you are. Mm-hmm. But in where I'm at, what I've built, I'm content with that. Mm-hmm. And I think that's one of the problems a lot of people have is that they're going crazy, spending money on top of money to get to a faster level. Mm-hmm. And for me, I think that's what's messing up the sport, because you come out to the race road for 3 weeks, don't race nobody. All you do is sit back and peep and sit back and peep and sit back and peep.
A lot of guys let me tell you something. A lot of guys are intimidated by the fast guys. For real, it ain't no secret. I've had a lot of guys come up to me, and they say, hey, Black, is it okay if me and my dog race? Hell yeah. This road is for everybody. Yeah. But they be intimidated. They be like, okay, I'll be like, okay, after that, I may say, after this next race, I'm gonna put y'all in the lane. Yeah. And I'll be like, I don't wanna go right now. You see what I'm saying? They don't. I'm dead ass serious. They don't want to go with these hundreds of people out there. They want to wait till it kind of calm down. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys are really intimidated by the crowd. Mm-hmm. A lot of guys are intimidated by the fast guys. Because you see a guy go out there and he did everything right. The bike really, he didn't flip over. You might have 2 guys that aren't really into drag racing, but they got some homeboy beef and they want to sell it.
But remember, that's how it used to be though for us.
Correct.
We didn't start this thing off on a professional level. We started off like, now you got an 88? Well, come on, and we just, it was what it was. So has the pride taken over? Has it slowed down the racing, the pride part of it?
I think a few things slowed down the racing. I think, a lot of guys, like including myself, are in bike clubs. And you know what I'm saying? You out there racing your own bike, but at the same time, you racing for your club too. Because you know what I'm saying, you don't want niggas to be like, man, I see psychedelics lost to such and such. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm out there, I'm repping Black Boy, I'm repping Fast and Broward, and I'm also repping psychedelics because I'm psychedelic. You know what I'm saying? So you got niggas from Rare Breed that race. You got niggas from
Kings, Rare Breed, Street Pirates.
Street
you
Pirates.
Shop, yeah.
So when these niggas is out there, they racing on their own bike, but they racing for their club too. Because if for example, if I take a loss, psychedelics just took a loss. You know what I'm saying?
That's how you see it?
That's how I see it. For real, because I'm psychedelics. You know what I'm saying? If a nigga see one of my club members out in the street, yeah, boy, such and such from King of the South, fuck Black up, fuck y'all up. They can say that. If you play for the Dallas Cowboys, regardless if you start or not, if the team lose, nigga, you lose.
No,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Dallas Cowboys don't never lose.
Oh, Dallas Cowboys.
They don't never lose.
Sorry,
They don't never lose. So now let's get into this part, man. Here in Georgia, you've been trying to classify the different classes. Is it really a way to tell what size motor somebody has? Is there really a way? Yeah.
No, absolutely not. Even with the V-twin, you can't look at a motor and tell what cubic inch this dude is. There are certain things that will tell you that, okay, he big, but there's nothing that you can look at, to my knowledge, that you can say, okay, yeah, that's a 131. Yeah. There's nothing you can look at. You got to trust a nigga's word. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to say this too, because a lot of times a guy will say, like if you got a 131.
That's what I know I have is a 131.
And I got a 130.
Yeah.
If I beat you by 6 bikes, they'll say, there's no way Black got a 130 because Sel got a 131. Black, you beat him by 6 bikes. That's bullshit. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, such and such built yours, such and such built mine. Yours might be a top-end kit. My shit might have been built from the rooter to the tutor. Yeah. You understand? There is a difference. There's a difference.
So we both can have the same size motor as far as the cubic inches, but the build is what makes it.
Yes.
The build is what makes it.
The build.
So I got a 131 built by a Punk, and you got a 130 built by a Superstar.
Not necessarily. You can have a 131 built by a Superstar. Yeah. But I may have and I can have a 131 built by a Superstar. But let's just say I did more to mine afterwards. Like maybe you didn't do your transmission. Maybe I had my transmission back cut. Okay. That gives me an advantage. Maybe I did my
So that does give you, so all that little shit gives you an advantage.
You're fucking right. Everything gives you an advantage. Maybe I got my transmission back cut. Maybe I got my suspension done. Maybe I worked on my whole shot in the street way more than you did. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So those are the things that's gonna give me the edge over you when you just went out and got a Superstar to build your motor and that's all you did. Maybe I invested a little more money in my clutch. Okay. So that I could leave where I want to leave. You might have to leave at 2,500 RPM. You know what I'm saying? I might be leaving at 3,500 because I could do that because of my clutch.
Okay. So every little bit of component makes a difference.
I ain't gonna say every little component makes a difference, but different things are put on race bikes, performance stuff to give you the edge. Yeah. It's a lot of shit that's.
So there is no one set formula. If you go build this.
Ain't no one set formula.
So, Kaka, All America don't have the secret sauce.
Okay, let me say this. Listen. Let me say this.
Street King don't have the secret sauce. So it ain't. It's
everybody got the sauce. I'm gonna say this. Everybody, not just Street Kings and All American. Everybody has the sauce. It's a plethora of builders out here. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? All American, you know, they'll come to the street. Street Kings, they'll come to the street. Pound for pound, they'll come to the street. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But there is no one particular bowl of sauce. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. To me, the recipe is, watch this. You got to have enough horsepower. Okay. A mean team, T-E-A-M, y'all. A mean team to back you and help you. A great suspension on your bike and a really good rider. That's competitive. That's all you need. A lot of
those
guys.
Four things.
Those 4 things.
Mean team.
A mean team.
Horsepower.
Enough horsepower.
Yep. Mean team. Yep. A good jockey.
A good jockey and a good suspension. And you're competitive. That don't mean you're gonna be the world's greatest, but you'll be competitive as fuck. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of guys don't have that. Now, mind you, what I'm talking about, the formula, the way that I see it to be, that's to be on a higher level.
So what is adequate horsepower?
What's for what cubic inch? He trying to get me to say something. But it depends on for what cubic inch.
So again, I'm gonna just use me. Okay. I'm a 131 built by Harley Davidson.
Okay.
And I believe I got some of the best shit in the world in my motor, in my transmission, the whole 9 yards.
Okay.
So at this point, I'm done, Black. I'm not doing it. Only thing I'm gonna do now is keep it running. I'm not gonna rebuild. I'm not. So however fast I am or am not is where I am. Okay. So how do I determine that lane? So how do you say, well, I know Sale can 123 to 135 or 140, or how do you know that? So that's what I'm saying. So if I go to pick a race, like with my man WWW, I think I've heard he's a 140. Me, whatever.
Okay.
See, for me, I don't care about that. I'm just saying.
So let me tell you what, me and you would be in the same lane. Let me tell you what I mean by that. I got a 130, you got a 131. My lane is, do this nigga ride his bike?
Okay.
Check. Have I seen this dude on pump gas?
Check.
Check. Is his bike stock wheelbase?
Check.
Okay. Do we have the same kind of tire?
Check.
Okay. Do you have a good rider? Does he have a good rider? That's what I call a fade.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? However, you have to pick swiftly now. You can't just say, okay, because there are some motors out here that's big blocks that can run on pump gas. You know what I'm saying? But I just personally feel like me and how I have my motor was a la carte. What I mean by that is everything that's in my motor, I told them to put it in there because I know what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So I do pick my races swiftly. There was a point in time when I would just race a nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Until my dog Trent was like, man, you can't race him. Even the builder was like, nah, you shouldn't race him. I'm like, fuck him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck him, I'm finna try his ass. But like when I raced the Hammer, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't supposed to do that.
Yeah.
But you know, my Trent and the builder told me, no, don't do that. But I'm like, fuck it, we on the race road.
Yeah.
I came back out now, this nigga done swung at me.
Yeah.
I raced him. You know, I put up a damn good fight. Y'all see this shit on YouTube. But he came around that big block came around my ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to pick swiftly. Now, the race, I'm just going to speak of WWW because you mentioned that race.
Yeah.
I personally think that would be a good fade. Now, what you and him agree on as far as the prize, that's on y'all two. That's for y'all two to step over there. That ain't nobody business what y'all step over there and say. I think it would be a good fade. I'm telling you because you're my partner. He is not a 140. That's on my kids.
But it don't matter to me, though.
At the end of the day, both of y'all are stock wheelbase.
Okay.
Both of y'all on pump gas.
Okay.
Both of y'all bikes foot shift.
Okay.
Nobody has power adders. Nobody has nothing extra on the bike. I've seen you ride your bike in the street.
Yeah.
I've seen him ride that bike. You see, he left and went home and got that bike and came back.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna win them all, dog.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? Bruce Lee got cut one time. You remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're not gonna win them all. So at the end of the day, I think it's a good fade, but I don't have a dog.
Well, see, but so for me, this is my thing. Okay, this is my thing. I think what turns me off, not turn me off, but what
froze.
Is it froze?
Over there.
Yeah, it's froze, but it ain't froze right here. Okay. It'll be back. That's just but anyway, see, it's still active right here.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. So what turns me, what for me, when for me it's the individual. When you know, when it's like if you say, hey, Sal, let's race, but let's have I'm with the good, because you can't beat me, because if you beat me, you beat me. So I don't know, but
I'm gonna say this: you in drag racing, if you just go on YouTube and type in drag racing and go to any track in the United States, it's gonna be shit talkers. A lot of niggas. See, it's like being in jail. Some niggas talk big shit, and then some niggas talk little shit. And some niggas don't talk no shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to be able to accept that in the drag racing world. I like the shit talking.
Me too.
But it's all within respect of me because I'm a man and you're a man. You know what I'm saying? We can talk shit. You feel me? Yeah. Now, let's just say a new nigga that don't know me from a can of paint, he can't talk the same shit to me that you can.
Yeah.
Because, bro, I don't even really know you. You feel me?
Yeah.
However, once you've accepted in my circle, okay, now we can talk some shit.
I got
we
you.
just got to keep it within boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Keep it respectful. because racing is shit talking. Period. I don't give a damn if niggas.
Well,
go
that's part of
racing
the, that's part
on
of the
foot.
intimidation. If I can scare you before I get you on the bike, then
Correct. Get you out of your element.
Yeah. I mean that
Get
part
you
is
out of your
that
element.
part is. I think me and WWE gonna get out and it's up to my jockeys.
Mm-hmm.
So the race I proposed to WWE, he ride his bike and I ride my bike, and,
Right.
and let's just have some fun.
So now here's what I'll say to that. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
But that doesn't determine which bike is the fastest.
Period, it doesn't.
You know why? Because you're not a jockey.
At
You're not
all.
a rider like that, and neither is he. Both of you niggas gonna be going sideways in the grass and back, kill 2 niggas over there. Yeah, I'm telling you. So why even play like that? Why not just put niggas on there that can go straight? Now I think what's some gentlemanship for y'all.
Yeah.
Maybe if y'all niggas say, let's bet X amount or whatever y'all just on 2 out of 3. You know what I'm saying? Because that gives, or y'all could even do some slick shit like, okay, let's bet 100, let's bet 300 or 400, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? And y'all can say, if me and you bet, and I say, okay, sir, let's bet 300. If you lose, you buy back for 100. You know what I'm saying? Or something, whatever, man. Just make it interesting.
What I might do it like a 2 out of 3 for 500 or something.
Yeah,
like
do
that.
2 out of 3. That
something like that.
A nigga can't really. That gives you the opportunity to fuck up and fix it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we
That's
might
why I
do
say
something
not because he got a real live jockey. You got a real live jockey on your bike. He's gonna put
you a real life jockey.
No, but he's gonna let
Terrence.
Freckles ride. Yeah.
Lil Terrence.
Yeah, the only reason why I made a pass on that bike that day is because Freckles was not there. But Freckles is who rides his bike. You know what I'm saying? But you got a
And
real
I ain't
jockey.
scared of you neither. Fuck you.
Yeah,
Freckles.
he on ride somewhere.
Yeah, Terrence.
Yeah, you got a real jockey on yours. He got a real jockey.
The question came in, can you have him speak on a good suspension and why?
Now, I can't speak on suspension because I'm gonna tell y'all why I can't. I speak on the race talk shit.
Yeah.
Mechanically, that's not my field. Now maybe we can let somebody come on, a tuner, a builder, that could tell y'all some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I can't. My suspension was custom built. It was custom done for my bike, my weight, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? So
you can't ride nobody on your bike?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I can't, but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
But you said it was custom built for your weight, so that means you're going to be bottoming out.
Correct.
With Big Bertha on there, you're going to be bottoming out.
If like right now, the way that it's set up, hold on. Like right now, the way that it's set up, if I roll somebody, it would be rough as shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But for the most part, there are a whole bunch out there. I would suggest that
It's up to the builder.
Yeah, it's up to the builder. I would suggest that you get into ask 2 or 3 different builders because everybody, it's like a haircut, man. Everybody gonna have who they think is the best or what they think is the best.
So here in Atlanta, we watch how the West Coast get out on a daily. They race Monday through Sunday. You feel what I'm saying? For the most part. And you watch them go back and forth. Do you think that we can have that same camaraderie or we got it?
I think we got it.
You think we got it?
I think we got it in Atlanta. I think I actually have been out to let me tell you something. I've been out to the race road on an off day. We took a Banshee out there to make some passes. And I seen 15, 20 dudes out of one clique that was out there.
Wow.
And they was like, oh, Black, my bad. You know, I'm like, nigga, y'all go do your thing. I want to watch. I'm a fan now. I want to, you know what I'm saying? What they did, they snuck out there on an off day and they raced each other. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they just don't
want to do it in front of everybody.
No, they don't want to do it in front of everybody.
Yeah.
But niggas do it all the time, whether it be from red light to red light or just getting on the interstate till you get to the bottom of the ramp. Niggas do it all the time. Some niggas do it going out of town. Yeah, I've heard stories. Niggas, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, we raced from Charlotte to motherfucking Virginia. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I heard the stories.
Yeah. So we definitely got the movement in Atlanta. We definitely got that. With everything that you're trying to do with the different payouts and the different classes, how do you classify the bikes? So go over your classes. You got small, medium, and large, or is it big block, little block, medium block? How do you classify the bikes?
Because I don't do small, medium, and large because everybody gonna tell lies.
I mean, so with that, so how do you do it then?
Okay, the last one we did a hard tie shootout. Hard tire, meaning you cannot have a drag max, you cannot have no form of a shinko, period. You have to be stock wheelbase, you have to be on pump gas, you have to foot shift, no straps, like that. So if you, and the race was 1/8 of a mile, street light. So if you jump the light, you lose. Automatically you lose if you jump the light, okay? I allowed some guys to just maybe creep a little bit because some of those guys are novice. You know what I'm saying? So they might creep just a little bit, and I allowed it. But for the most part, in a real grudge race, you can't. So
Well, if you had a light, the light gonna tell on you anyway, right?
Correct, but you got to keep in mind in the street. I'm gonna say this. Take for example sport bikes. The different clutch setups that they allow each other to creep just a little bit because of the clutch systems that they have. So they will allow you to creep, but to move, no, you can't move. But they will allow you because on some of the bikes, the clutches, if you whoom, it makes the bike want to go. You know what I'm saying? So once you go to revving it up, it wants to move, but then when you find your spot, it'll be still. You know what I'm saying? So the hard tie shootout, the best shootout ever, like I said, stock wheelbase, pump gas.
So that's the only way you can really determine a class, because you can't determine motorcycle. You can't do a class based on
the only way you're
motorcycle.
going to determine motorcycle is to take them goddamn cylinders off. It's just too much work. So what you do, you make the race an eighth of a mile. Because if you come out there to do the hard tie shootout and you on a Dunlop and I'm on a Michelin touring tire, we both going eighth of a mile. So just because you got a 135 and I got a 113, it doesn't mean you're going to beat me. Because the small motor going to turn up quicker. So we both got to finger fuck that clutch. You understand what I'm saying? We're only going an eighth of a mile. So if I jump out there on your ass, you're going to be charging, but you're going to run out of room. You know what I'm saying? And we both know ketchup is for hot dogs. So I came
around a couple of people last time.
Of course.
But anyway,
but at the end of the day, what I'm saying is,
so the eighth of a mile is a
660 feet.
No. So the eighth of a mile is a race when motor size is irrelevant.
I ain't gonna say that.
Okay.
Eighth of a mile, in my opinion, is a driver's race.
A driver's race.
Yes, because the first you got the 60, the 330, then the 660. Typically with a Harley, 3 gears and your ass at the eighth. So it's gonna be which one get up out the box the quickest, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Unless you just got a punk ass motor. So the eighth is a driver's race, and the quarter mile, 1320, that's a horsepower race. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Horsepower torque. Right.
So the same bike that's running the eighth on a hard tire, can they switch it to a soft tire and run that race too?
Yeah, but they got to get in another class.
I'm not saying, but they can get in another.
Yeah, they got to get in the Shinko class.
That bike can run two.
Yes,
so the same bike can run two.
Yes.
Yeah.
If they change their tire out there on the road, they could take that same bike and put it in the Shinko class.
Yeah.
And they could change the fuel because.
What race do you like better, the hard tire? Or
the hard tire.
Why?
It's less bullshit, and I like to see the guys that don't do it. The hard tire are the guys that don't do it all the time. The Shinko shootout, most of these are built motors.
Okay.
I like to see the novice guys that go sideways, guys that wheelie. All of them guys gonna buy back. They gonna buy back. You might pay $50 to enter, and you're like, damn man, I fucked up. Let me buy back, Black. Okay, you buy back. You understand? Most of the guys in the Shinko shootout, they're gonna go straight. They're gonna do what they're supposed to do. You understand?
And if they lose, they just gonna be like, I ain't got it.
Right. You see what I'm saying? But the hard tire race, you're always gonna have more competitors. It's always gonna be better racing because you never really know who's gonna win. Remember, the first one I did, Terrence Freckles came out there and it was his first time riding a Harley. You know, he rides sport bikes, 5-second sport bikes. He went out there and left in second gear. That bitch went ball. And everybody was picking him like, God damn, who the fuck is this light-skinned nigga? But he ended up winning the fucking shootout. He bought back in. He lost. He bought back in and got his shit together and won the shootout. You know what I'm saying?
So when it comes to a real competitive race, the size of the jockey and all that matters.
Hell yeah! If it's
the
a
weight
real
of the jockey and all that. Yeah.
All of that matters. When it comes to a very competitive race, yeah, it definitely matters. If it's if it's a big motor, big money on the line, street race, yes. Yeah. You know, you can't get on there and ride against. I'm 190. How much you weigh? 6 what?
I'm about 6'6". Probably about 6'23".
6'23". Yeah. So you can't get up. you can't ride against a nigga that's 190 pounds.
But I got the horsepower.
Yeah, but you got the horsepower. Yeah, you got. If you 6'6", you got a whole heap of horsepower. I'm trying to tell you. But yeah, so weight would definitely matter.
So what would make you, for you, what's a nice bet for you?
Gamble?
A nice gamble for you. For a person you don't know his bike, you don't really know his bike, you don't really know the jockey. What's a nice gamble for you?
$1,000.
You'll bet 1,000
Mhm.
against a
Because-
bike.
because-
Against
because
a
I'm
bike
on a-
you've never seen and a jockey you've
I
never
don't give a
raced.
fuck. If we check the bike out and everything matches up, we'll
So
start
what are you
again.
looking for when you check the bike out? What?
In my lane, I want to make sure that I'm gonna do my research on homework on the bike. I'm gonna check the bike for nitrous. We're gonna make sure it's stock wheelbase. We're gonna make sure that he's foot shifting. And if we're running on pump gas, I'm gonna take the cap off. I want to get a whiff of it and make sure that he ain't got no race gas in there or no.
Can you mix
nitro-
race gas and pump gas?
Yes, hell yeah.
So will the race gas smell
But-
overpower?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like taking weed and a cigarette and
Yeah.
put them together. Then what you gonna smell? Weed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So hell yeah. You know, so at the end of the day, you gotta keep in mind too. I'm on a team. So if my bike ran and the gamble was 1,000, and it was my bike, I probably put in 5, and we patched up the other 5.
Yeah.
The rest of my team. So if I did it, it's not like I'm putting up the whole 1,000 by myself. I would, but I wouldn't have to because I'm on a team. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say you have to have a mean
So a
team.
jockey you've never seen this jockey before, you don't know him,
I don't give
and
a
a
fuck
bike
about the
that you've
jockey.
never seen and never saw a race.
I don't give a fuck about a jockey.
As long as long as you check the bike out, he don't
Yeah.
got the nitrous, he got stock wheelbase, he running pump gas.
Yep.
He can
I
get
don't give a fuck about a jockey. We got 2 good jockeys on my team.
Yeah.
A big one and a small one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm one of them. I'm the big one. So we got a big jockey and a small jockey. So at the end of the day, I don't care about who's riding the next man's bike.
Yeah.
I'm betting on my bike beating that goddamn bike. You put your best man on that bike, we're gonna put our best man. Now if the nigga over there is 170, I'm gonna ride against him. If he's less than 160, I'm not gonna ride against him. I'll put freckles on him and we're gonna try something. If we win, we win. If we lose, I won't be going to Magic City tonight. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's about. It's a gamble, man.
You banned from Magic City anyway.
You ain't lying.
Yeah, last time me and you was in there, we took a whole bunch of quarters. We took 100 worth of
Damn
quarters.
right.
It
You
made it
goddamn
rain.
right. It threw me and you out. But yeah, man, like I say, bro, at the end of the day, I think that's a good gamble for me. But my good gamble might not be the next man's good gamble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your good gamble might be 200.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on who. It depends on who the team is. Most of these dudes with the very, very fast bikes
Got a whole team.
got a whole team.
Yeah.
So they're gonna wanna start their bet probably at $2,000, $3,000.
So they coming out there to bet. That's the whole reason why you built your
Yes.
motor. So you built your Harley Davidson to make money.
No, absolutely not. My number one priority with my motorcycle is to ride it and have fun. Because if all else fails, dog, I can have fun on that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If everybody right now say we're not racing no more, that shit is dead. I'm gonna have fun on my motorcycle. I love riding my motorcycle.
Okay.
Everybody who know me know that I rode sport bikes, banshees, dirt bikes. I did all that shit. Harley Davidson is the baddest thing that I done rode. Why? Because it fit me more so right now. It done slowed my black ass down. You know what I'm saying? Like I can have fun with it. I can go out of town. I can put music on. It's like a car and a motorcycle all at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't build it to grudge race.
Yeah.
I built it to ride, have fun, and if a nigga try something, I want to get right on their ass.
Yeah. So what do you think the difference? What do you think is more fun, street racing or track racing?
Street racing.
Street racing.
It depends on who you are, though. I like street racing. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you why those sell. Okay, if me and you on the phone, or we on the race blog, and we talking shit, nigga, we can go to the road tonight.
Mm.
You can't, at the track, you got to wait till it open.
Yeah.
I'm a very impatient dude.
I want to go and get this over with
I
right
want
now.
to get this shit over with. Don't fuck me up. Don't fuck me up. Get me out of the way. Let me fuck you up.
Yeah.
I don't want to race because by the time the weekend get here, I might be scared.
Yeah.
Or I might have found out something about your bike that intimidated me.
Yeah.
No, nigga, catch me right now. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go, bro. Let's get
So,
on right now.
but is the track? So also the track road is different, right? The track, but the road is different.
The surface is different.
Surface is different.
Yeah,
So that makes a big difference too.
It makes a big difference, yeah. It makes a big difference. But you got to keep in mind now, in the Harley world, we're not doing it yet. But in the Banshee world, we prep the road. So we make the road just like the track. We prep the road, heat the road up, that motherfucker.
But they've been doing
snaps
that
the
in
shoes
LA though.
on. Yeah, we've been doing it in the streets too.
Okay.
But in the Harley world, we don't do it yet. It's coming to that. I'm telling y'all. I was telling a nigga today, it's coming to that. It's gonna come to that.
No, they doing that in LA for the street, for the Harley.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not talking about
With that
heating
blower
the
and
road.
all that?
No, that's just heating the road. I'm talking about where
They
they put the
spraying that
VHT
shit.
down.
Yeah, they spraying that shit. You
Yeah.
don't heat that shit up?
Yeah, you can heat it up. But what I'm telling you is that for right now, we're riding stock wheelbase bikes for the most part.
So you don't have to do all that for us.
You don't really have to. To me, it kind of it makes it more competitive when you go no prep, like how we do the race over there, and we just go off the muscle.
Yeah.
You got to make your bike hook, and I got to make my bike hook.
Yeah.
We both got the same issue. You know what I'm saying? But if we prep the road, then more than likely, if you got more power, you're gonna hook up better than me. You know what I'm saying?
So just straight, no prep, let's run, have fun. Because it's a skill plus motor plus bike plus everything got to be in your favor. Yeah.
Everything got to be in your favor, man. But like I say, man, Atlanta, we've come a long way. We're not LA.
And not trying to be. We're trying to be our own get out. We appreciate the love. We appreciate y'all showing us the way. You know what I'm saying? And when y'all come out this way, we're gonna make sure we got a team to fuck you niggas up.
And big shout out to them niggas in LA, man. Them niggas race, man. Do I think they're as fast as the South? Absolutely not.
You think we faster than them?
I know that. And I'm gonna tell you why I say that, though, Sal. I'm not talking about one guy versus one guy. I'm talking about
a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
So we got. So right now in Atlanta, I'm just gonna say we got. 30 competitive bikes right here.
I'm talking about the South. Yeah, you're talking about just Atlanta.
I'm saying in Atlanta, would this be a true statement? In Atlanta, we got 20 competitive bikes.
Yep, give or take. Yep.
20 competitive bikes. That's a lot.
Because me and some guys have a conversation like this all the time. And this is with no shade to LA or California.
Period.
Okay. If somebody was to say right now, if I was to say to somebody, name the three fastest fairing stock wheelbase bikes in LA, no power adders. They're gonna give me their three, right? Whatever they may be. I feel as though I probably can name 3 to 5 bikes in the South.
That can line up
in the
them.
South that could take them 3 bikes. That's how I feel. I could be wrong as fuck, y'all, but that's just how I feel. Because, like I said, I pay attention. I've been out there 2 years ago when I was out there. I watched them race. You know what I'm saying? I sat back, I didn't see nothing. I just watched. I was just a fan. And I think they got some fast bikes. I really do. I think they got more so fast track bikes than fast street bikes. I think for the most part, they street bikes are mediocre. Most guys have mediocre sized bikes. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. Most of the guys have mediocre sized bikes. You know what I'm saying? So I feel as though, we in the South, we gotta get to the bottom of it. Because I just want to see this, dog. This is what I want to see. I want to see 3 to 5 bikes from California, right? Versus 3 to 5 bikes from the South. It ain't got to be California. It could be, they could do.
Well, K Solo just put on there. He said East versus West in the center of the U.S. Bet money.
Right. I just feel as though I think that they have the money, the power, the wherewithal to have just as much power. But I think more guys out there get regular size motors like 113s, 117s. I listen to them talk.
So is this a true statement that the better builders are in the South?
No.
They got builders on the West Coast?
They got builders all over. I ain't gonna say where the better builders at because I know builders in the Midwest. I know builders in the South. I know builders up north. You know what I'm saying? I guess it just depends on, it's like I told you earlier, it's like a haircut. It depends on what you want. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
My man Chuck said, what up, Chuck? My man Chuck said, do you think that the money takes the fun out of racing?
No, absolutely not, because you don't have to bet. You don't have to gamble, Chuck. If you don't want to gamble, just don't gamble. You could just say, hey, I want to race you, dog, but I don't want to race for no money. If that dude say I want to race for money, fuck him. Move on to the next guy.
Like, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the money, because you got to keep in mind, Chuck, some guys want to do it for money. That applies pressure. Like if I take my bike out there tonight, right? And if I were to race a bike tonight for free, ain't really no pressure on me. I don't give a damn who the other rider is. There's no real pressure. But let's just say I'm riding a bike and the pot is $5,000 on each side. Boy, I got to do that. I got to tighten up. Yeah. I got to zone the fuck in. Like I don't want to hear nobody talking to me. I want to stand back here. I want to let Trent them go over there and lock the money out. I don't want no interruptions. I want to just chill, get in my zone, get on the bike and do my thing because it's pressure now.
So the money makes you more competitive.
I ain't gonna even say that. Money doesn't make you more competitive. To me, the money in it depends on how much. Like I said, it just depends on how much. You know, so a lot of guys ain't never raced for $5,000, man.
What's the most you ever raced for?
Banshees. As a team, maybe maybe 20 something as a team, not my personal money. Banshees.
Yeah.
As a team, we patched that up. You know what I'm saying?
20 bands.
Yeah. But I've seen races. I was at a Banshee race that was 50,000 a side. Now the biggest Harley pot that I've seen maybe 6,000 a side.
Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe 6,000 a side, something like that. You know, but that once again, that's not one nigga, bro.
That's the team.
That's a team. They patched up and did that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, man, for the fun to me supersedes the money. But I understand now, having this conversation and having the conversation we had in the past, I understand why the money stalls races.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, nobody's out to just give away money.
Mm-hmm.
And number two is that when it comes to being competitive, if that's the lane that you're in, like I'm not in it for the competitiveness. I'm in it for the fun and the laughter and the jokes and the giggles. Mm-hmm. But when a person is in it for the competitiveness, then you have to understand why. I just think that we spend a lot of time negotiating races that don't happen.
Correct. But that's, and I always say to that cell, you're negotiating wrong then. Because if I negotiate a race, I'm more than likely to go. That's why a lot of people like for me to DP their race. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna try my best. If you my partner and he my partner, I'm gonna try to let nobody get fucked. You know what I'm saying? Like when Street Kings came down to South Florida and we raced in the Everglades, I'm cool with the Cubans. I'm cool with Street Kings. I was DPing a lot of those races. I wasn't gonna let nobody get fucked. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. So if there's something that I think you should say, I probably will say it, like just to keep the confusion down. Like, Sel, why didn't you ask him about power adders? Sometimes this guy might get mad at Black. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But it just depends on who they are. If it's a big money shit, I ain't gonna say a fuck thing. I'm gonna cut my recorder. I'm gonna cut my recorder on and we're gonna record it. Yeah. That way you can't say, well, Black, I didn't say that. I got you recorded right here. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Now if it's some big money shit, I ain't gonna say a fucking thing. $200, $300, $400, $500 for two partners, I'll help the situation. Like, well, so ain't nobody gonna have no power at us. So everybody, because sometimes you might, like you just said, you might not know, or you forget to say it, and a nigga that just gives him the edge on you when you get to the race road, because he gonna say, well, Sel, you didn't say it. As a DP man, I'm gonna say, Sel, you didn't say it. So you either got to take the race, or I got to give him the lockout, and then we start over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But again, you should know these type of things. Like I said, for me, that's why I allow my jockey is Double D. That's who is, and that's probably who I'm gonna take to Miami. Speaking of Miami, Martin Luther King Day, January. I just got the flyer too. MLK weekend. We're doing a real big street shootout type of thing.
It's just gonna be racing. I mean, we're gonna have fun. Yeah. Any kind of racing, man. Any kind of racing. It doesn't matter if y'all are two homeboys that want to race, get your ass in the road. If it's two niggas that just want to race 300 feet, get in the road. If it's two niggas that want to race the 8,
you want a foot race, goddamn.
If you want a foot race, get in the road. If you want to race for $10,000 a side, get in the road.
Get in the road.
At the end of the day, it's gonna be cold everywhere else in the world. Yeah. Besides,
but you think that'd be an issue getting there though?
Getting where?
Getting to Miami from Texas or LA?
No, because at the end of the day, they have. Let's see, what we in? We in at the end of October right now. So they got 2 months, 2.5 months to basically.
I'm just saying the weather traveling. That's a long way to come from LA to Miami.
If I was gonna come from LA to Miami, I definitely wouldn't drive. I would definitely ship my bike out there, and then I would fly out. That's just me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't drive it. I would ship the bike out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little bit smarter than the average. So I'll probably get about 5 or 6 niggas and we all patch up and put these bikes on the back of a truck. Yeah. And then we all get on, you know what I'm saying, Value Jet. Yeah. And get out there.
Yeah, I don't know about Value Jet. Yeah. So we're just gonna have fun all day.
We're just gonna have fun. It's gonna be a weekend of fun though. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We'll probably find somewhere, we'll probably do a cookout somewhere at one of the parks.
Get the shit started. See who show up.
Like a meet and greet.
Yeah. You see who show up.
See who show up, and then maybe we'll do something at the shop at All American Shop. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe we'll do a ride. You know what I'm saying? Ride through the Everglades and back. A lot of people ain't never been out. I had some of my homeboys from Georgia say, "Man, ain't no real alligators down there, nigga." I done took these niggas through there today. Hey, stop the bike, stop the bike. What that is? Look, that's a speed bump, nigga. That's a motherfucking alligator, nigga. That's a motherfucking speed bump, bitch. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, that's some cool shit. Like
Yeah.
we take a ride and we ride to the west coast of Florida. Most people from outside of Florida, they only know South Beach, Miami, Orlando, Fort Lauderdale. Take your ass out to the Everglades and get some riding. And that's some real good riding though to the west coast.
So this is kind of a question from K Solo. It's all fun but serious for a builder because his reputation as an engine builder is at stake. I don't believe that. Is that really
100% true.
Why? I mean, because you can't build them all and win them all.
Because if you lose, your shop lose.
No.
I'm
hell
telling you,
no.
bro. I'm telling you. Okay, let me ask you a question. If there was a shop that was called Black Performance, right? And you got all these shops that you can go to in Georgia, but Black Performance put out 6, 7 different bikes to niggas that you know. None of them niggas ain't won no race. Are you gonna take your bike to Black
No,
Performance?
because see, this is the problem I have with that. Black Performance is building based on what the bike owner kind of wanted. So, for example, give you a perfect example. I can tell people all the time. Me and you both know. I've been in situations where a dude took his bike to a shop, and the shop said, "Well, it's gonna be $14,000." Oh, hold up! I ain't finna spend the 14. Just give me something cool for 7. So now when you go to the race road, you ain't telling them, I didn't let Black do the $14,000 package. I only did the $7,000 package. So when he go out there bragging on Black did my bike, but what he's not telling is the whole story that Black, I did his, I did his bike, but he didn't do what I told him to do. See, like when people, for example, give you a perfect example. People say, Sel, man, what's up with Black? Is he good people? Yeah, he good people. Call him. I'm done. I can't give you no more reference.
That's right.
I can't give you no more. Now, however good or however much you want to know or don't want to know, that's up to him to give you. Correct. But what I'm telling you is, when I took my bike to the builder, I want everything. I can call Punchy Taters right now when I build my 2 Road Kings. I said, Punchy, I want everything. He said, okay. He built. I said, Punchy, what? I ain't got that. Damn, I said, I want everything. Punchy told me the coldest shit. He said, Sel, most people that say they want everything can't afford everything.
Yeah, that's right. That's real shit. That's real.
So normally when the average person say he want everything, I know what his limit. I know what everything. So everything has a limit. So everything don't mean everything to everybody. So that's what I'm saying. So how can you be, if a person get his bike done at FHO Harley builder shop, whatever, but the formula for me to win, for your bike to win races is $22,000. So you come in and say, hey, Sel, I want to be the fastest in the back. Okay, that's $22,000. Hold up. Shit. Well, put me something together for 14. And I put together a nice combination for $14,000. Boom, and you go out there and get your ass whooped because you out there done jumped on somebody who spent $22,000. That ain't my fault.
I think that when you go to a shop, when you go to a builder, first of all, I think that if you're interested in building a motor, I think you should do your due diligence. Don't just go to one shop. Call around. Get some prices from 3 to 5 different shops. That's for starters. And on top of that, you got to know what kind of fast you want to be.
Period.
I ain't going to go to a shop and let them tell me how fast I want to be. You got to know what you're getting into. So, like, for example, if you go into the shop, you may want a 9-second bike in the street. That's going to make a builder be like, what? You know what I'm saying? But if you say, I don't even, if I was to do it over again, Sel, I'm not going to go to a builder and say, give me a 130. I'm going to tell the builder how fast I want to go. Okay. I had already did my due diligence. I know how fast I wanted to go in the street. I know how fast I wanted to go. You understand? Okay. I knew at my time. So I told the builder, hey, how much horsepower would it take for me to go this fast? Oh, that ain't that bad. You know, we could do a 130 that makes that. Oh, yeah? Okay, well, then how much would that 130 be? And can you show me this after we're done? Yeah, we'll do you, if that's the horsepower, I mean, if those are the times you want to run, we could do you a 130 or 139 or 143 or whatever. And when it's done, we're going to take you to the track and we're going to show you your numbers. Don't just let them give you a package and you say, okay.
A dyno sheet.
A dyno sheet, right. Now, that's if Because remember, it depends on why you're building your bike. If you're building your bike, because some guys just want to go fast, period. They don't know how fast.
Yeah.
They just don't want to be in the back.
Yeah.
Okay, it's fine if you just say, okay, give me a $7,000 package.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The shop. So because I can't expose your finances like Goat did Speed. With the bush.
Some bullshit.
Yes. But what I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying. So when I go to the shop and I see Black bike, oh yeah, Black having this bike built here. But I don't know that Black spent $30,000 or $40,000 to create what he's created. So now I know I'm gonna spend, because again, when I tell people, man, I got about 50 grand in my motor. That's real fucking talk. No jive, no nothing. Ain't no way in the world still, ain't no way. Bro, between transmissions, casings being drilled.
So you're talking about from start to finish?
From start to finish.
You ain't talking about just one bill, 50,000?
No, over a course of time.
Fucking shit up.
Putting it, fixing it. We ain't even talking about fixing shit. We talking about the combination of shit that's in. You don't think that you can spend that much money?
Do I think, you said what?
You don't think you can spend that much money building a motor?
One motor?
Yeah.
No, I don't. Because understand this, you gotta understand, I'm a different dude. I know what I want. Before I even go into the shops, man, I know what I want. I know how fast I want to go, and I know what the normal price for that is.
Okay.
This shop right here might be $2,000 more than this shop. This shop over here might be $2,000 cheaper. I know what the flowing rate is for.
So what's the average price for a decent motor? A real good.
What is a decent motor?
Your 130. For your 130. For my 131 or 130.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. From what I hear.
So for a 10 and a half second bike, 10.5, what's a decent price?
A 10.5 bike?
I got a stock Harley 114. How much is it gonna cost me to get it?
A 10.5 bike.
A 10.5 bike.
15,000.
You can get a 10.5 bike for 15,000.
I'm gonna say 15, 17,000.
Okay.
Now, that's just for your motor and your transmission.
No, I just
hold
said.
on. No. Oh, you talking about from the rooter to the tutor?
From the rooter to the tutor. Everything that you need to get a 10.5 bike.
A dub.
20,000.
Because you got to get a clutch to go with it, and you got to get your suspension.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say
20,000. To get a 10-second bike. How much?
I'm gonna say the same, but the difference is that 20 I just spent, the first 20, that was on a fairing bike. So now if I want that bike to turn into a what?
10-second bike. You want to shave 5 seconds. 5.5 seconds.
Okay, if I want it to be a 10-second bike, I'm gonna turn that bike now into a Road King. So I'll probably spend another couple thousand, turning it, couple, 2,000-3,000, turning it into.
So you think a Road King is faster than a fairing bike?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because you gotta think that the wind is hitting the fairing bike.
Yeah, but the wind hitting the jockey on a Road King.
No, that's different. You look at the builders. Look at the world class bikes. What are they on? Are they on road glide, street glides, or road king?
They're on road glides.
Shouldn't me?
The Harley races, they on road glides.
The fastest bikes.
Oh, you talking about like the Suzuki's and shit like that?
At the track. If you go to an all Harley event.
Like Gaddafi them, they got road king.
Yeah. Why do you think they do a road king? It's more aerodynamic.
Well, no, because whatchamacallit got the road glides and he's kicking that. Mark.
Who? Mark Frick?
No, Mark Frick got a road glide.
That shit cut up like a motherfucker. His road glide ain't like that's a different kind. That's a Mark Frick road glide.
What's the other white boy that got the white road glide that's been kicking ass?
Yeah, but those Thomasu. But those guys, you got to understand something. Those road glides are cut up. My front fairing would be this wide. His front fairing is this wide. My front fairing is fiberglass, whatever, not fiberglass, plastic or whatever that shit is. His might be carbon fiber. They appear to be like my bike and yours. They're not, bro. You take them motherfuckers across the scale, they 300 pounds lighter than me and your bike. Trust me when I tell you. I'm telling you, bro. They do it on Road King. The fastest Harleys are Road King. Now they might have a front fairing on there. That shit is for sure. Yeah. Don't fall for the okie doke.
Don't fall for the okie doke.
No.
So the fastest Harley you can get is a Road King.
I ain't gonna say the fastest Harley you can get, but the fastest bikes in the world are, when it comes to Harleys now, they're gonna be a Road King.
Can y'all both touch on maintenance on a racer bike? What do you find that you having to stay up on? For example, brake pads, etc. What's the regular maintenance on a race bike?
I get mine done, or Trent does mine. Typically, if it's a big race, like mileage wise, I probably go every 2,000 or 3,000. If it's a big race, like the maintenance that he did on my bike before King of the South is different than a race a typical race. You know what I'm saying? For King of the South, because it was so big, we went over everything. We redid the chain, we changed the oils, we changed the back tires. He changed the clutches, stuff like that. So
did you win during King of the South weekend? Did you win?
Yeah. Okay. And my back was fucked up. I only had one race. I was supposed to race maybe 3 times. I only did one. Okay. Because my back was fucked up. But I won. I raced something. So
the maintenance is just like anything else. You just, cause like even for when I was out there Sunday, I took mine to Scott and did my chain.
Because remember, we have highway bikes.
Yeah.
Only difference is you're racing it.
Yeah.
It's still a highway bike. So your maintenance is your basic maintenance is still your basic maintenance.
Period.
But when you race it a lot, when you stressing that chain, it tends to slack. So you want to tighten your chain up, you know what I'm saying, every once in a while. You want to make sure that your clutches, because when you leaving really, really good, you dragging them. You slipping your clutches. So you want to go with some fresh clutches every once in a while. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. That answers that maintenance question. Let's see what any more questions. Anybody want to call in? Phone lines is open, 424-242-2355. 424. Let me put that on the screen. 242.
So we can holler at y'all.
2355. That's the number to call in. Let's wait on the road, King. Straight line versus
KS,
curve.
what up with it? LA boys on here.
He's right.
Waffy, what's good?
Where's Gaddafi? Gaddafi is a straight race.
I ain't seen Gaddafi in a while, man. I ain't seen Gaddafi in a good while.
Is he something to be feared too now, or we on this level now?
Well, I mean, I seen him race in the streets a few times, Gaddafi. The last time I seen him race in the street, he lost to Hamel. But he's not. I mean, I don't feel nobody. No, I don't. My team, man, Fast, we don't feel nobody because the worst thing you can do is beat us. That's the worst thing you can do. You gonna beat us or we gonna beat you. Yeah. And we gonna talk shit and swap spit afterwards, and it's over with. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't got no room to fear, nigga.
Solo is saying, but it's a question: is a track bike and a highway bike are they different animals?
All day long.
Yeah.
Different, in my opinion. The gearing is gonna be different. Your shift points as a rider, your shift points are going to be different. Clutches are going to be different. The timing is going to be different, in my opinion.
All right, so just in case we don't get any calls, what do you want to tell the people? What do you want to say? What can we do better to have more races? What can we do to have more races here in Atlanta?
Here in Atlanta, the thing that we probably could do is put the word out more. We can get the word out. I would like to see, because we always beating up on each other around here. I would like to see where we have more out-of-towners, Alabama guys, Mississippi.
But do that mean we should go their way too?
Hell yeah. Let me tell you something, man. And I feel like in Atlanta, the guys will do it. Now, if you're talking about going to LA, you got to give us 3 years advance. No, I'm just kidding. But I think that guys here, I've talked to a bunch of guys. Niggas here will go support other people's shit. Yeah. But we're so fucking spoiled because we have a race road that we can be on for 10 to 12 hours straight. Yeah. And the cops come out there and say, y'all just kind of keep the noise down and leave. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So a lot of places don't. I've heard that, Houston got a road like that. I was in LA and that one day we went to 3 different roads.
In 20 minutes.
In 20 goddamn minutes. So in LA, I know them niggas racing, but boy, they got to hit it and quit it. You know what I'm saying? So the good thing about here in Atlanta, man,
so that's why we say come to Atlanta, not because we don't want to go nowhere, but we know we can race and have a good time. Yeah. We ain't got to be worried about going to jail or none of that shit.
At worst case scenario, you know what I'm saying, knock on wood, the people, if we've been out there and had banshee races back to back, right? The police never came until one day somebody fell. And the ambulance had to come. So who come with the ambulance? The police. They just made everybody leave because we're here now. Y'all got to get the fuck on. Yeah. But as long as you're not back there cutting the fool, getting complaints, you let the truck drivers come through. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So if other people, my page is Fast and Broward. If you live in Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi, New Orleans, wherever y'all live, Florida, if you got an event, holler at me, and we'll come support your event. For everybody that comes to support the Atlanta event, who the fuck are we that we can't go and support? Now I can't tell y'all that we're gonna bring the whole city, but we coming. We're gonna bring some fast niggas. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But we are coming to race too.
We coming to race, man.
Yeah.
We coming to race.
We ain't coming to stand around and talk about racing. We coming to race. So.
But just have a good race road. You know what I'm saying? A good, safe race road. I don't want to go. We don't want to go nowhere where niggas is shooting and all the dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas, no, for real, because niggas is safe.
Yeah.
Niggas, you know what I'm saying?
In Atlanta, yeah.
Niggas is safe. You know what I'm saying? It's too many niggas out there to make sure that y'all are safe when y'all be out there. So
seriously.
Yeah, for real, for real. So if we go to Carolina, for example, by the way, in Carolina, at a Banshee race, people were shot and killed. You know what I'm saying? For real. It was at the track, though. It was street style racing at the track. But nevertheless, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that the Harley racing, we're a little more grown. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is more so on some have some fun shit. Everybody out there got fire on their hip.
Yeah.
But it ain't for that. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot less arguing. I race Banshee. We race Banshee. We got a Banshee race team. It's a whole lot less arguing. The Harley shit is more mature. You know what I'm saying? And when we had the races out there, I'll DP your race. You know what I'm saying? I give guys pointers, whatever the case may be, man, because we just don't want no bullshit. We don't want nobody to get hurt. We got rules. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So there it is, there, man. A lot of people have been asking, what does it take to get on to be a part or to come out and watch the races. And let me say this to all the spectators, okay? We don't mind you coming out there, but get on the curb, get out the street. Get out the street, get from the starting line. Not that we don't want you to see the race, because it ain't like, we're saying we can't tell nobody what to do and not to do. But to keep everything safe and for us to be able to race. You feel what I'm saying? And you always understand this. If I'm standing right here and I'm recording, you got to stand right here, the next man. So now you done made a tunnel for the races to go down, and that causes an unsafe, so always keep aware of that. Sometimes you just need to know who won. You don't get to record the race or see the race.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Sometimes you just going to have to know who won and who lost. So that's what that is, man. But again, Black, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you coming through, man. Anything else you want to talk on this experience?
No, once again, man, don't forget, y'all, we're going to do this shit in Miami. You can deal if you want information.
I got the flyers at the beat. I'll attach the flyer.
And you can DM me, Fast in Broward, Fast FASTNIN, and then Broward. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get some races in MLK weekend. It's gonna be cold everywhere else in the world, so we're gonna just try to hang out down there, have some fun.
We got the hotels on the flyer. I think they're on the flyer. The hotel, book your hotels.
Yeah, that's why I say.
And it's gonna be safe.
It's gonna be some safe shit, man. It's gonna be grown folk shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the next big move, man. I know a lot of guys are putting their bike down for the winter. You know what I'm saying? But that's the next big move.
Yeah, MLK weekend, Miami, baby. So again, appreciate you guys. As Black asked Black about a slider clutch.
Who said that?
Don't worry about who said that.
Hey, what's there to ask me? What do they want to know about the slider clutch?
What's a slider clutch, Black?
Hey, listen, man. 5, and we're done in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and cut. Hey. But listen, but for real, man, I'm gonna say this: grudge racing is grudge racing. I personally don't have a slider clutch.
What is a slider clutch?
It's a clutch system that will give you the advantage in so many ways. You understand? However, I'm gonna say this.
How?
I'm gonna say this. Okay? I know who said that, but let me say this. You can have a slider and I can have a lockup, and that makes it fair. You could have a slider. I've seen guys with slider clutches lose to guys without that don't have a slider and they don't have a lockup. You know what I'm saying? Now, should it give you an advantage? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna get into the basics.
I'm asking you, what is a slider clutch? I might want one.
It's a clutch that slides. It slides into gear. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I can't.
So you don't have to shift, or you don't have to pull it in, or
I'm gonna say this: you gotta shift the gears. But I'm gonna say this: y'all would have to ask somebody that's more mechanically inclined.
Well, I'm gonna ask I want a
somebody
slider clutch.
Yeah, get
Can
somebody.
I get a slider clutch?
No, because you have an everyday rider.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Why you
So that's for a race bike.
It's gonna be for a race bike, 100%.
Okay.
You ain't gonna see nobody that we know of that's riding in the street has a slider.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's just not gonna work in the streets. You know what I'm saying? There are ways to. Man, these niggas are crazy. There are ways to tell if this guy or that guy. Has
Now that we on the bullshit with the slider club, what's going on with the quick shifter? Why is that such an advantage?
Okay, so picture this. If I'm riding my bike, and every time I get ready to go to another gear, I chop it, right, and put a clutch in. If you have a shift assist, you're doing the same thing. But instead of putting your clutch in or finger fucking your clutch, you just click it. You just hold it, with your feet. You understand what I'm saying? So you never have to really let out the gas. You see what I'm saying? So that's why they call it a shift assist.
So how many seconds of an advantage is that?
I can't put a second on it, but it gives you advantages. Okay, let me just say this. So every time, if you race me, picture this, if you race me, every time I finger fuck my clutch, what does my RPM do?
Damn.
It'll fall. Yours stays there, whoop, 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 and mine is whoop, whoop. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So when it falls, it has to get back up there. You know what I'm saying? So shift assist, air shifters, they give you an advantage.
So
automatic
is the shift assist considered a power adder?
No, it's not a power adder. It's an adder, but it's not a power adder because it doesn't give you power. It gives you a shifting advantage, but it doesn't give you power.
So I need a shift assist on my bike.
Me personally, I don't have one. I've jockeyed bikes. I don't really care for them because I think I got a good ass clutch hand. Yeah. If you got a good clutch hand, you don't really need all that. I tell niggas, if you're gonna get something, just go all out and get you an air shifter. That way you can hit the button, pop, 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 pop. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But because the shift
assist. But the air shifter is an advantage, right? That's the
same thing with the shift assist. Okay,
it is. I'm saying, but like I can't race all. So that would I still be all motor?
Yeah, you still be all motor, yeah, of course.
But
okay, so different strokes for different folks. If I'm racing a bike that has a shift assist, right? If me personally, yes, he has an advantage, but I feel like I got an advantage right here.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So because of the fact that I have ridden bikes with shift assist, I have seen them not go into gear.
Period.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I know for a fact, my nigga, if I do what I'm supposed to do, that bitch gonna go into gear. Yeah. So when that money on the line, I tell Trent this all the time, and he'll tell you, if it's big money on the line, nigga, unhook that shit and let me shift the bike. Now, if it's a Banshee, it's different because that's an automatic transmission. On Harleys, it's a shift assist or a air shifter. So if that money on the line, if it's a shift assist on the bike, take it off and let me do what I do with my hands and my feet.
They said shift assist is only perfect with nitrous.
They said shift assist what?
It only works best with nitrous.
I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you. I have no idea.
If I have a shift assist, I'm asking for if he has a shift assist, I'm asking for the wiggle, they say.
If you got a shift, that's fair. Yeah. That's fair. That's 100% fair.
That's a fair race.
That's a fair race. If I got a shift assist and you don't, it's fair for you to say, well, let me get up out of there. Let me start the race. That's fair.
Okay.
Yeah. Or give me 2 bikes out front. Because ultimately, I feel like if you go through 5 gears in the quarter, if you go through 5 gears and one bike has a shift assist and one doesn't, I feel like if both bikes are equivalent, both of them got good riding, that's a 2-bike advantage, minimum, I feel like. Wow. Guaranteed.
It makes that much of a difference.
It makes that much of a difference. But you got to keep in mind, if you put it on your bike and you just ride around the city, to me, it's annoying. Because and so somebody next to you in the car will be like, God damn, he hitting the shit out of them gears. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Versus if you finger fucking shift assist, it jerks too much when you're not using it, unless you're just gonna disconnect it. Learn how to ride the bike. You don't need shift assist. Learn how to ride that motherfucker.
Give him the hit. As those Seattle Magic wheels used to say, naturally aspirated. All right, well, there it is there, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate your time. My man Black is in the building. Appreciate you coming out, big homie. Anything else you want to tell the people before we get up out of here?
Stay fast, man. Work on your whole shot.
Stay fast. Work on your whole shot.
Work on your 60.
Work on your 60. How important is the 60 foot, Black?
Hey, the 60 is the first. That's the first part of the race.
First part of the race.
60.
Say, man, y'all enjoy your night. It's your boy Big Son FHOH, and I see we go.
The Chosen.
Downtown, I got that heat, let's go.
Yo, testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Right now I'm podcasting with Mr. FHO, Big Sale, FHO NIC, coast to coast, city to city, state to state. Talking nothing but some real motorcycle. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, your boy. Get at me. Ride with some players.
Hey, cocksucker. Yeah, you.
Big Sale, what we
Knock it
talking
off.
about today, homie? What they talking about?
Hopefully we get a million hits.
Hey, cocksucker. Yeah, you. Knock it off. Sit your ass down.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
You think we playing?
And I ain't playing, nigga.
You better listen up.
It's the FHO Live Podcast, where the truth will be told. We promise you that.
God damn. It's Big Cell. What that mouth do besides tell the truth on FHO Podcast Radio.